Okay, this is Dave from Amplify, and I'm talking to Stefanie
Michaela.
Michaela
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the US of A. She's in bright and sunny LA over there, where we all
Mhm.
like to be with all the movie stars.
Uh, it is. It's nice. It's good weather right now. Really is.
Maybe she's a movie star. She'll tell us through the interview.
Oh,
We'll find out.
it's good. I wish it was actually colder. We'd like to experience. I mean, we had some rain recently, so we were excited about that. But
I
other than
had
that, it's kind of hot.
in '86, which is a long time ago now. I came on over for a substantial period to do US and Europe, and I stayed in Bakersfield, the armpit of America. Uh,
Okay.
my aunt,
Yeah.
well, that's what Johnny Carson used to call it, and
Yeah.
it was great. I didn't have any problem, and the heat, but it was hot because when it got hot, and that's one thing.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
steady heat. All right. Have you always wanted to be an artist? When did you get the songwriting bug?
I have always wanted to be an artist. Literally before I could speak. I always say, like in everyone I speak to about this, is I feel like music truly found me. It's always been in me. And ever since started to sing or do anything, like that was just my go-to for everything. And that's kind of how it all started. My parents really were like, wait, maybe she has something. Maybe we should really get her into vocal lessons and get her involved with school plays and musicals and so forth. And so it kind of started there. And I'd say the
Were
rest is
they,
history.
were they musical? Like, did you get it from them, or were they just supportive parents?
They were supportive parents. My dad could carry a tune. And that's kind of where it stopped. It wasn't like in my family. So
Okay,
I
so
don't
you did,
know exactly where it came from, but
yeah. So it's,
yeah.
it's interesting. So a lot of people have dad was a tuba player, or so, something. So there was
I
always
know.
music around, so it's sort of you grow up
Mhm.
with it. But in your case, not so much. Um,
That's
uh, how about a bit of the journey? Tell us a bit about, and briefly where it started and where you've been going and where you are.
Well, I don't want to make it too long and too like drawn out, but I have been singing since I was little. My parents really pushed me in that direction because they saw that I had something and I had a drive and a passion for something, and they knew that it was so important to really, foster that artistry. Um, so like I said, at a young age, they put me in a lot of musicals and so forth, and that led me to going to a boarding school for performing arts called Idlewild Arts
Oh,
Academy.
fantastic.
And
Was this like a
yeah, yeah.
musical theatre thing though, or was it just like
That was musical theater. Yes, it
wow.
was musical theater. I grew up doing a lot of musicals, and that's kind of what shaped my sound. I feel like, even though I do love pop R&B, I did have that musical flair to me, which I kind of had to start learning how to tone down because I wound up doing a lot of recordings and in studio work, and that kind of needed to disappear a little bit. And I would go for a lot of auditions for musicals and Disney stuff, and yeah, that was kind of my thing. And then when I didn't go to Disney auditions, it was like, you got a little bit too musical theater, tone it down a little bit. So it was a lot of work. But from Idlewild, I went to Boston Conservatory in Boston for a little bit. And I didn't stay the entire time. I came back because I decided that's not the route I wanted to take. So I moved back home and strictly worked on pop R&B studio work and did that instead of the musical theater route. And I kind of knew too, like, I didn't want to move to New York and have that life. I wanted to be back in LA. I knew I wanted to start a family. And so that was the path I chose to take at the time. And after that and doing all that studio work and making an album when I was younger, I went through a lot of ups and downs and decided after that I needed to take a step back just because I met a lot of people in the industry that I thought I could trust. And you learn in
Mm.
time that, not so much. And
No,
I was young and naive. So I was like, okay, maybe there's some other path you can take, Stefanie. Or just take a step back. So I took a step back, trying not to bore you here. I took a step back,
no, no,
took
no, you're not
years
wrong.
off, creeped back in years later, 5 kids later, dogs, lots of dogs, kids,
Five
husband,
kids.
5 kids. I have to see you better. I'm like, what can I
You've got
say?
five
Yeah,
kids.
I have 5 kids, and
You
I
you bought
have
you bought them, obviously. You didn't have them because look at your
I
shop.
had them, and what the special part is, I have 2 sets of twins. I mean, everything's special about children,
Oh
but
my God,
I
that's
have 2 sets of
fantastic.
twins. So
That's an interview all on its own. We'll have to do that one another time. Hang on,
Yeah,
I lost you for a bit. Are you there?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm here. See, you're totally frozen though. Oh no.
No, that's all right. It'll come back.
You got me?
It's an interview. Well, it'll come back. It's probably just. Where are you in LA? You in a bad
There it is.
area?
I'm in the hills where a lot of wildlife live, so it might be distracting our podcast right now.
Okay.
It is
That's
like
all
a
right.
wildlife. But it's normally okay. But yeah, so I had all my kids and decided to take a step back from music because it wasn't going to be the life I thought I was meant to live. So I want to say like about.
So how do you live a music life with 5 kids and obviously hubby, I presume, and a normal life? How does that happen?
Well, when I started getting back involved in music, which like really heavily involved in music was like 3 to 4 years ago because I was presented randomly with a situation. Yeah, it was a situation that came through my mom, and this one was talking to this one, and they're like, "How about Stefanie get back in the studio a little bit? Would she do some writing with a producer and help with this producer's library? Just kind of dabble back in." I was like, I might as well. All the kids are back in school, like in school. That is what I made sure. Okay, I would never decide to go full force in anything until I had my kids situated, because I'm just one of those people that wants everything organized the best as I can, like have everything figured out. I would never just pick up and be like, time for me. So it's when they got back into school, and then the second I stepped back into the studio is like game on. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I left this for so long for good reasons. However, I feel like this is my time now. So I do believe all things happen for a reason, and I've never been happier being able to do me.
How would you describe your sound?
My sound?
Yeah.
I consider myself pop R&B, but I'm just more of like a soulful vibe. I think of myself as, and that's what I want to be, very emotional singer. So
what makes you unique? What makes you unique? Yeah, your tone.
I think my tone and my emotion that in my lyrics.
So the fans follow you because of your sound, your performance, a mixture of both.
I would think my connection, like I'm being real about my lyrics and my connection with people. I'm a raw and real person, and I want people to realize that. It's like nothing's perfect, and this is what it is. And these songs and the lyrics in the songs are super relatable. You just have to really listen, and I'm unfolding this chapter in my life that I left for years, and now I'm back. And so
which artists
it's new.
Which artists have you followed? Which artists have been the inspirers for your return? Who do you look at to sort of work out?
Well, I've always loved it's the older artists, the old like Boys to Men and Tony Braxton, Vanessa, all those older artists. Like that's still that's what I grew up. That have driven me to be like that's kind of what I want my vibe to be. I'm still me, and I want that old school 90s R&B sound. I'm trying to like bring that back some way because I feel like it never gets old.
Okay.
So that's yeah.
Your latest single and video, Anything Is Possible, is about to be released, or has it been released?
It is released. It just got released on Friday.
Fantastic.
On the 21st.
What's it all about? Tell us what that's all about so that people can go and check it out.
Absolutely. Anything is possible. It's the story of like me making my comeback. It's what I thought I lost forever. And the fact that it's come back into my life the way it has, it truly makes me do believe that anything is possible. I'm not going to say it doesn't take a lot of work and drive. And at this stage in my life, I really say that my kids have driven me. I've seen the passion in their eyes and the sports and activities that they like to play. And it's pushed me to be the best version of myself now. And that is this is my moment. Because I can't believe that how much like I've learned now at this stage and working with my vocal coach nonstop and just getting to a level that I've always wanted to be. And so that is what I'm trying to really show everyone, that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. So it's a magical video.
Oh, well, we'll check it out. Is there an EP or an album coming behind it, or
There is an EP that we will release it in the spring.
the spring for
Yeah.
you? The spring for you is when? Months, because we're in the other
Oh, the
side.
spring, the spring for me. Sorry, the spring for me. I think we're saying like February, March, around
Okay,
March.
in
Yeah.
26. Okay, we'll look
Yes.
forward to
Yeah.
that. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
What about performing? Have you been gigging? Are there tours or events
Yes.
coming up?
Well, it's really difficult as a mom of five, obviously, to get out there and perform as often as I'd like to. But I do have several shows that I've done in LA. I have another one coming up at the Mint out in LA. And yeah, I'm just doing what I can, performing and working with great people. Anything is possible. Steve Dorff, Michael J, Keith Thomas, these are all, and I can't believe I was able to work with them. So it was such an honor. And we created a really cool piece that I'm hoping will resonate with the world, truly.
What happens if it explodes?
What happens?
How do you tour with five kids? How do you tour overseas, let alone around us?
I know, that would be a total dream. I feel like I just want to take my kids with me. I want them to somehow experience it, like in some way. I want this song to be heard by the world. I'm really hoping it inspires, because I know there's so many people out there that just feel a little lost, and they need to get back to doing something that they love and see how it changes them.
We're fortunate, or you're fortunate, you live in the influence age, so you can do a lot of stuff through YouTube, through online, etc. I think what COVID showed us, though, was people like live. They don't like being performed to online as the only thing, so they like to have it backed up by some live performance. So I think that's going to be a part of the future if you're going to keep going, in my view. So
Yeah,
that's interesting. If you could perform with any music artist, alive or dead, who would you choose? Why?
Oh, geez, that's such a tough question. Gosh, I don't know. Babyface, I love Babyface.
Maybe
Babyface, I love Babyface. I love Lionel Richie. I love Lionel Richie.
do you know Lionel was so shit scared of performing his whole life. His whole life,
Yeah,
up until even when he received his thing in 2011, his lifetime achievement award sort of thing. He was saying, when he was with the Commodores, he was fine because he was with his brothers. But when he went
yeah,
out solo, he was just terrified every time he performed. And you would not know
yeah.
because he performed so much, and he was terrified.
No,
If you look into some of these people, you find
yeah.
that a lot of what they do, a lot of what they have is success, but a lot
Mhm.
of their pathway to it is just stacked with all sorts of normal experiences that we all sort of face.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what makes it so
he's
wonderful, is that you find out, the normal, that everyone goes through these ups and downs, and you hear their story is what really draws you to a person. So I
and
think it truly is all about the story and being able to relate to others and having them relate back.
anything is possible.
Anything is possible. And I do, everyone's like, yeah, easier said than done, right? But I don't know.
I don't
Give
know that
yourself
it is.
realistic goals.
I
Anything's
think
possible.
you've got to suspend your thoughts, and anything's possible. Because thoughts, especially over there, you can imagine there's a lot of stuff going on which is just ridiculous, and
Yeah.
the whole country's upside down. And
Mhm.
we all watch it from over here. But
Yeah.
again, anything's possible. Hopefully, it'll get turned right side up again.
That's
Okay,
true. Right.
what are your long-term aspirations then? What do because you've got five kids and all that sort of stuff. What is the
Yeah.
music future for you? What do you see as your music future?
I just want to keep making music. I want to be able to have this EP come out. I want to continue to create pieces and unfold the story of what's gone on in my life, and start and really get people interested in the experiences that I've gone through. And I want to delve deep into a lot of topics that people probably wouldn't think I've been
Well,
through. So
you might find that
story.
the five kids are a positive rather than a negative, because ultimately, one of the things, the problem with the music industry is 100,000 songs come out every day on Spotify. So to separate yourself, you've got to try and separate yourself, and you can't separate yourself by quality, because there's
I know.
a million artists as good as you or
Yeah,
better, and
totally.
But so they've got to find some niche, and so some of them are actors, some of them do podcasts, some of them, everyone gets attraction from a range of different points, and then their music gets.
True.
You might find that as the mum with 5 kids, there's a whole market out there that would resonate, and so it might be something that you back on your marketing, like
I know.
the Partridge Family.
I know.
You got the picture
You're
of
right.
5 kids.
I mean,
Because ultimately,
we do.
you've just got to get the attention, and then if you've got
Yeah.
some sort of quality, you'll probably get quite a few
Right.
of them that'll stick around. But
Right.
and especially if you're saying anything is possible, you're a part of
Mhm.
a situation where you're going to draw from a lot of people that are
Yeah.
wondering if anything is possible for themselves. So you might get.
Right.
I think there's a potential there anyway, in my view.
Well, I agree. I mean, I want to show people. I just am constantly like in chaotic mode, and so 5 kids, 5 dogs. I just started fostering another dog yesterday. I mean, I'm just
Well
crazy.
done.
I think I just like to love and give
Good.
back, and
Good.
yeah.
Okay,
I think it's possible.
so what's the difference between performing live pre 5 kids and performing live today? Is there a difference? Is there a different love for it or a different connection to it?
Oh, it's way better because I have my kids come to the shows, the ones that they're allowed to come to. Um, and it's just like they're so into it, and watching them know all the lyrics to my songs and just seeing their eyes light up like, oh, my
Ready-made
mom, she's
audience.
performing. Yeah,
Ready-
it's so much better. Yeah, it's so great.
So
It
you
is.
do it
And
as a family rather than just as an individual. That's pretty cool.
yeah. And there's more support. It's like to have the support of all my family, and that's what you have in the end, right? It's like that we have a huge
That's all,
family. They're super supportive. That's all that matters.
all you've
So
got is you, and then from you,
exactly.
all you've got is what's next, and generally that's going to be those
Mhm.
close around
Yeah.
you. And then
Right.
there's all the doing, and where people make mistakes is they put the doing first,
I
and
know.
that doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. They make their
Right.
fortunes and then jump off bridges because they can't sleep at night.
Uh,
Um,
I know. It's
Here we
so
go.
true. It was important to me to do that. So
Good.
to have a family and put music on the back burner for a while. So
Okay,
here I am.
we're going to finish with some quick fire questions, some questions that'll
Yes.
be deep and searching that people hate.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done? How can you even answer that? Because you've got 5 kids that'll probably listen.
Oh, great. Now I'm put on the spot. I know because I have so many. What's the craziest thing I've ever done is like I have tons of animals. I feel like I am crazy. My husband and I now we're fostering another one.
So you've
Everyone
got
thinks we're
6
crazy.
dogs, or you're going to
Yeah,
have
no,
six?
I have 5. I had 4, and then this is my 5th dog, and I want to keep him. But we're seeing how he works with the rest of the dogs.
And
We are so crazy.
what sizes? Small, big?
No, okay, yeah. So this is okay. My biggest dog is 140 pounds, and he is a golden doodle. And I didn't even know that was possible. He lives in the pool, like all the time, sits in the pool. Then I have a shepherd. Then I have some more doodles that are brothers. They're twins because I like twins. And then I have a new one, and you might even hear him in the background, brand new. Yeah. So we're trying to separate
Other
the
animals?
foster.
Other
What
animals
was
too?
that?
Are there any other animals?
There was a parakeet that passed away recently, so but
Uh,
and now this foster dog is gonna ruin my podcast. So the craziest thing I probably have done recently is I never have.
all right. What's the one topic you can talk about for hours?
Oh, I love reading people in terms of like I have strong intuitions about people, and I love like delving deep into people's personalities and explaining why someone does. I know it's a weird topic, but I do like to figure people out, and I like to really just to figure out why people do what they do. I know it's odd. Maybe it's not odd to you, but I just love to
No. I mean, but
delve deep
I
into
don't know.
personalities.
I don't know that I wouldn't probably term it that way myself, because I think that what happens as we move forward is we become um, present, and that presence has an interest in everything that's happening, and
Yeah.
because the things that respond to people, or that respond in a
Mhm.
more
Mhm.
changing ways, the tree's there and there's a response and it's
Yeah.
beautiful, but the people, you sort of start asking questions. That's why
Right, right.
that's the only
That's
reason
true.
I interview. I've got no interest in interviewing for the sake of numbers because I couldn't care less about them.
Yeah.
I interview because I'm interested in the people, and you find out stuff,
Right,
and you continue to find out stuff. So,
right. It's
like we
cool.
know,
It's
we
cool.
know that obviously your husband's independently wealthy because you got 5 dogs and swim in the pool. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Uh,
No, it's nice. It's cool to learn about people, right? And figure out why they, do what they do, or just,
Absolutely,
I don't know.
absolutely,
I love it. It's fun.
absolutely. I like breaking them down. I like having them cry in 10 minute stage, saying
Oh,
whatever. What's the thing you like most about yourself?
oh my gosh. My sense of humor. I have a really good sense of humor. And I mean, if you appreciate that stuff, I don't know, certain people, I just can make light or like
Good.
out of things that you have to. If I don't
Yep.
do that,
No, if you have,
I'm gonna freak out.
you couldn't have 5 kids and not have a sense of humor. Uh,
Right. I know.
okay, here we go. Here we're going to finish on these. These are all time or now. They can be now or they can be all time. Favorite album
Oh my gosh, my favorite. Oh my. Of old time favorite
can be
album.
all time or it
Uh,
can be just today. It doesn't really matter. Like I think I love Taylor's That Ophelia that everyone's sort of dancing to. That's got a bit of a catch to it. Taylor
mm,
Swift.
um. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was going back to like John B and R&B. His record Bonafide, which I love. I'm just old school. He's amazing. And I don't know. I love a lot of the top singles right now for a lot of different artists. It's not that there's one that I
Favorite
really love at the
artist.
moment. Tori Kelly. I love Tori Kelly. I
Nothing.
think like current artists, I think she's amazing. I
Favorite
just
movie
incredible. Mm. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
with the kids, obviously. Which version?
No, I like the first one, the old one. I don't love the new one.
No, no, no.
It's
Favorite.
all like so fantasy. I love candy. So that's probably why.
I just gave it
Um,
up about a couple of days ago. My body's going through
oh,
that flu that's non-sugar flu. Favorite place to visit?
oh, my favorite Maui, Hawaii and Maui.
Yeah,
I
not
love
a
it.
bad place. Favorite venue to play? Have you played
I
it?
love the Mint.
You
The
love
Mint out here.
the what? Sorry?
It's called the Mint out in LA. It's
Oh, the
really cute
Mint.
little cozy
That's where you're
setting.
playing. You're coming up with got a show coming
Yeah,
up.
I love it there. Yeah.
Favorite food?
Mm. Barbecue chicken salad.
That's sounds typically LA. Favorite drink?
Diet Coke. Mm.
Really?
Not that.
Favorite person in history, apart from me?
Oh, history? Someone in history?
Yeah, favorite person in
Um,
history. Do you talk about Mandela? Do you talk about your dad? Do you talk about who do you can have anybody. That's your favorite.
I mean, we really don't. I don't talk too much about history unless it's with my son, and he's constantly talking about like Abraham Lincoln. So that's basically what we're
Abe's,
talking about all the time.
Abe's cool. Abe's
Um,
cool.
and there's a lot of songs that they come up with at school. So that's been the topic probably at home. It's going to be all kid related stuff.
How you dealing with all the because the kids are going to school, and at the moment, the non-truth sort of world we live in is
Yeah.
it must be really hard to try and bring kids up in that world and try and educate
Yeah.
them. All the stories that are coming out day after day after day after day with life
Uh,
and with
it's
everything that's happening. It's just
That's a rough topic. Yeah, it's really hard and there's a lot of discussions and we try to really do a lot of family dinners to discuss everything that's going on. Um, I just had to move them to different schools because I felt like it was a safer situation and we could control it a little bit more, if that kind of tells you.
yeah. I would think it
It's
would be
ridiculous.
be a
Mhm.
terrible time as a parent
Yeah.
because you've got
Mhm.
one side that's absolutely mental,
Mhm.
and you've got the other side that's trying to
Yeah.
and so both sides are
Oh,
having a thing, and the kids are sort of growing up trying to work out what's right. Traditionally,
yeah.
Abe Lincoln, the
Yeah.
president, rah rah rah. At the moment, he's
Yep.
exactly the person to follow. Okay, now
It's pretty crazy.
are you a clean skin or do you have a tattoo?
Oh no, I have no tattoos.
No
Absolutely
tattoos.
not.
Well, then that's the last question. A favorite tattoo? You haven't got
Oh,
one.
Nope, not at all.
That's it,
No.
Steph. Let's abbreviate. What's it? What's the single?
Oh, anything is possible.
Anything is possible, and anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
So
It really is. I
listen
hope
to
a
it.
light's going off in everyone's head. No,
There you
anything
go.
is
The
possible.
video. How was the
Yeah.
video? Making the video. What was that like?
Oh my gosh, the video is so magical. I can't wait for you. Did you see it? If you haven't, you have to
Yeah, check
take
it
a look.
out.
It's super
Check it.
magical.
If you're in LA, go and check out Steph at the Mint, and soon she's
Yep.
going to bring out a book, and it's going to be
Yeah,
the Michaela family, and they'll go on the road.
that's it.
They'll all play
5 kids,
different
5 dogs on the road. I'm going to tell you all the ups and downs. It's not about
Or
like,
you
if I
could
don't
do
laugh,
that,
I'll cry.
or you could do the Brady Bunch sort of thing, and you could be in the middle there, and you could have all the kids around. You could probably
No,
have
but I want the dogs.
the kids on one side, the dogs on the other side, and they could look at each other. I'm telling you, that's
Oh,
probably
that'd be so
that is
funny. I love
probably you should do something marketing from that
that. That is
perspective, because
such
that would
a
be
good idea.
that would be so
Oh.
catchy, because they would know you automatically from the fact you had 5 kids and 5 animals, and there'd be a certain market that would draw to that. I
Oh.
guarantee you.
I'm gonna say dead horse. My team, listen to that Brady Bunch. That sounds like
That's
an
it.
awesome.
That's it. And
Love that.
when it happens, and you become a superstar, and you line up for your Grammy, I'm going to be sending you solicitors some sort of action to say I want a percentage.
Absolutely. Oh wow,
Oh
that's
man,
great.
good on you. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Well,
Thanks
thank you
for the
so
chat.
much for having me. It was great.
It's fun. So we'll whack it up. We'll put it out. A few people will see it, and then onward and up. Keep going, man, because it's a
Thank you
pretty
so much.
decent story you've got there.
Thank you. Well, thank you for letting me share it. It was great to meet you.
No worries at all. All the best.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye.